Unlike here in the US, where firearms are a prevalence among outdoorsmen and hills people, in Romania, especially after the communists took over, that was a no-go. Everything was confiscated, and if you got caught with a firearm, you'd be facing life in prison. If you got caught with a single round of ammunition on your person, that's 10 years. If you got caught even with an empty shell casing, that's 10 years, or 5 at bare minimum. It was a very, very harsh ruling. So unfortunately for us woods people, we didn't have an option to really protect ourselves from black bear, other than trying to look big as we possibly can, making a crap ton of noise, and trying to whack them with a stick if we can. Or as some of the old men in the village would like to brag, that they popped them right in the nose. Of course, it's that whole fishing story, because the fish got bigger every single damn time, right? But nonetheless, that was the method of doing it. However, yeah, it doesn't always work. Sometimes, if it's a mother and cub, or if it just decides it wants to make you lunch, you're kind of screwed. It's gonna come at you. And when it does, you have very little recourse to protect yourself. So other than having either a traditional knife or your woodsman hatchet at hand to try to defend yourself, you have to do what is taught commonly in a lot of woodsman classes now. If you cannot fight it off, cannot scare it off, you hit the ground, ball up, and cover your neck and head. That's pretty standard. But did you notice something when you do that? Try it at home. What do you leave exposed? And of course, as I go back to edit that piece about the Curea, the file is corrupted right at the good part. So I'm refilming it now quickly. So, as I mentioned before, the Curea serves the purpose of protecting you from black bear attacks, specifically the Carpathian black bear. So now as you're doing your duck and cover method, what do you notice that you're leaving exposed? Your kidneys. And they are actually very superficial and very easy to get to. Not just that, but you're leaving your flanks and the soft part of your stomach exposed. And that is where the Curea comes into play, because this is a double-walled, heavy leather that is riveted and stitched over. And that provides you those crucial seconds when you're under a bear attack and you're covering your other vitals, that it gives you that added protection across your kidneys, your flank, and the most sensitive and soft part of your navel. My entire navel area here is entirely covered up. And that buys you those crucial seconds while the bear is pawing away at you, trying to get at you because he can't get at your head and neck, to hopefully allow him to lose interest. But at least it lets you walk away with just a few scratches and not cut totally wide open and bleeding to death. And that is the benefit of the Curea. And that is actually why the woods people back in Romania, back in Transylvania, use this particular piece as a utility belt and is a little bit of armament against potential Carpathian black bear attacks. Join me, the Fuzzy Fixer, and I'll see you all on the next adventure.